Hey folks, today we'll discuss craft. So I wanted to cover the topic of the Skysteel tools that you can get in the foundations for your 8 craft job and also for the gathering job, so for the fisherman, the miner and the botanist. If you didn't saw the video for the fisher, you can see it on the corner top right of your screen. So today the craft is a little bit different than the gathering. So I wanted to quickly explain you where to start the quest, the different steps, the time that it takes, and at the end we will go give the last items for my weaver and to get the relic together. So as you can see on my screen, I have the leathercraft, leatherman that is here, and you see the relic that is right here. It's super cool and they are super shiny, so I really love them, and it doesn't take much time to do it. So let's just jump on it, and I will show you where to start. So the first step, you need to go to the foundations in Coertas, and before you can start the relic quest, you will have to finish one of the quests that is called Towards the Firmament. So I will put the link on the descriptions below for the quest that you need first to accomplish before starting the relic quest. So as soon as you are done with the first quest, you need to go to this spot right here, this house. You will see that for the gatherer job and the crafter, it's exactly the same NPC that you need to talk with. So the process is the same, just the items that you need to harvest are a little bit different. So to start, you need to discuss with Denise, the Skysteel Tool Exchange. So you click on him and you go to prototypes, and you can buy the tools, the first tool that you want to start the quest with. So for now, I'm almost done with all of them except the chef, the culinarian, so I will do that next. But today we will work on the needle one. So it's pretty simple. You have to pay 80k for the tool, and as soon as you have the tool, you need to speak with him again, and you need to start the quest here. So you click on that one, and depending on the tool that you asked, he will request you different items to craft. So for example, for the weaver, it was the needle, and I had to bring him the oddly specific moonbeam silk. So these items can be found on your craft log. So if you go to the crafting log, you go to this little level-based recipe, and you go to Ishgard Restorations, and you will see the Skysteel tools. And here you will see that, for example, right now I'm on leatherwork, but if I switch back to clothescraft and I go there, you will see that the moonbeam silk is right here, and to make them you need one oddly specific cottons and pixie floss ball, and that's it. So you need to craft, I think, 20 of them, and as soon as you have them, you go back to Denise, you click here, you give him the 20 moonbeam silk with the items that you just bought, the 80k items, and he will give you the +1. When you have the +1, again, you click, you go on the second one, he will ask you the weapon plus 30 oddly specific velvet, so you can get the recipe exactly at the same spot that I showed you just before. And here you will get the third stage of the second stage of the relic, that is the Dragon Sun needle. When you are done with these two first steps with Denise, to be able to continue the quest, you need to go talk with this NPC that is just here, Nimi, and you will be able to start the quest for the Dragon Sun augmentations. So she will ask you some items, but it's not items that you can directly get and craft. So you will have first to craft the items and exchange them to Denise to be able to get the items that she is requiring to go to the next step. So for the weather, she will ask you first the specific cloth, and you will have to bring him the the items to be able to get the weather Gobigoo, and you will be able to get, with these items you'll be able to try it to Nimir. And for the fourth stage of the relic, it will be exactly the same process. The quest will start with Nimir, and she will ask you this highly vicious weather Scooby-Goo, and you will be able to give her to her and finish the step 4. These two recipes can be found exactly at the same placement that I showed you before, right here. And you see that for the weather, you see the cloth and the undyed woolen cloth, so they are both here. All the items, you can farm them, so you can gather them in the wild, or you can just go to the market and buy them. To be honest, on my server, it's really not expensive. I really didn't spend much to be able to craft all the items, so I bought everything, and I have a macro. I will send you a link as well on the descriptions below, but I have macros for every steps of the relic. So you see that's the relic 105, and you have 2 steps on every macros. So what I was doing is just pushing 2 buttons. I think it's like 40 times, and I was able to get all the items that Nimi was requiring to be able to get the relic. So here it's for the 4 first steps. So pretty easy. The items can be found on the market, not super expensive, at least for my server. And you can create the macro. I will put the description just below. And as soon as you are just rushing the macro, you can watch Netflix or whatever you want, and it will just go naturally, and you will not spend a lot of time. I think for the 4 first steps, I spend maybe like 4 hours max just to like go to the market, get the product, get some food. Usually what I'm using as a food is the chili crab HQ, because you see it's giving me 26% CP for a maximum of 72 and control 6% for a max of 70. I think on my server the chili crab is like 1k for 1 items, so it's not super expensive to craft. And if you want a little boost, you can also buy the Cunning Craftsman Syrup HQ, and they will help you to get an extra CP that sometimes you need to just like get to the last one. So when you are done with the 4th step, you need to go to the other part of the foundations. So we'll go there together. And here we go. You go there, you select the broom, and it will send you almost next to the NPC that you need to talk with to go to the Firmament. So this NPC is right here. So you discuss with the gatekeep, and he will send you to the Firmament. And when you are in the Firmament, you go on the left. You go on the left. Come on. You climb the stairs, and you discuss with Emily. So Emily will give you one quest, and this quest is the following: the Pineapple of Possibility. And what she will request you is this oddly delicate needle parts, at least for the weather. And the process is kind of the same that you did in the foundations, where you were crafting items, giving it to Denise. Denise was giving you some items that you were giving to Nimir. Here it's exactly the same. So what you have to do is get the quest and craft the items. So items are this one, no, not this one, sorry, for the cloth crafts, it's the delicate Rhea cloth. All these items can be also bought in the market, or these 2 items can be gathered in the Diadem. So the Diadem can be accessible right here by speaking to the NPC that is just here. And the items that you will gather have to be traded to the inspector, and the inspector will give you the final items for the crafting. So when you have all the items, you can start the crafts. And when you have the items, you need to discuss to the spanner, and the spanner will give you the items that you need to exchange to Emily. So I just wanted for this video to quickly show you the last items and the craft. So again, I have a macro for this one. I can send you the link if you want as well. So the link is here, for the macro is here, 2 macro to get it, and you will get one of them. So what I need to do, I just took my food, so my food is active. I will go change my job because I'm not doing leather work right now. I'm doing clothes crafts. There we go. And I'm selecting the recipe that I want. I click on the first macro and I can enjoy some coffee. And you'll see that I will get to a collectability around 3K. So 3K is the first rank. So you cannot give, I think, below 2,500, I think. So we are just a little bit up the 2,500 that we need. So the macro 1 is finished. I will click on the second part of the macro. As you can see, macro 1 finished. And now I'm focusing on the collectability. And it will reach around 3K, I think. Usually it's how it's working. Let's see. And there we go. Yeah, around 3K. So now I have 2 last actions to do. Here we go. And the last one, getting there. Got it. So I got my last items. I will trade him to this guy. The first options, trade, and I have my 60 that I need to provide. When you are done with the 60 items, so as you can see you have the 60 items here, you need to stay in Clothescraft job, the weaver, but you just need to change the items of your main, because your Dragon Sun, the Sky Sun needle need to be in your inventory or your armory before you can complete the job. So I have a problem with my space. I'll remove one of them. I'll put that here. There we go. And now we'll be able to change, equip. And now you see that the quest is done. I will skip the cinematic and because it will start the cinematic right now. I will skip it just to not spoil you anything if it's your first time that you are doing the relic. It's not super long, it's like 2 minutes, but I don't want to spoil you. So I will just skip it, complete. And I don't know if you will, no, they will not show me that. So now let's go there. Let's do a quick turn. Let's get a little zoom. Character. Recognize here. Equip. Here we go. Let's take the items. And here we go. We have the Clothescraft primary tool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So yeah, I hope that the little guide help you to follow the different steps. So a quick summary before we end. First, you need to get the quest, the requirements, required quest before starting the relic. So you have the link in the description below. You go to the foundations, talk with the niece, buy the weapon. With the weapon, you need to craft 20 of the items that they will give you. The items are in the Skysteel craft log. You craft them, you give it back to the niece, you exchange, etc., etc. You follow the Nimi, and as soon as you have the 4 first steps done, the 4 first upgrades done, you go to the Firmament, you discuss with Emenia. She will give you the last quest to get the final weapon, tool. And again, you get all of that. You have the crafts. I will put all the crafts in the description below if you want to use them and just copy paste them into your game. And yeah, I really hope that the guide helped you to get your relic. for the preparations of the Endwalker expansions. Feel free to put a comment on the description below if you want some specific content from me. I will love to make them for you. So feel free to post some comments and put a little like if you like the video. And if you are not already a subscriber, feel free to push the subscribe button. It will allow me to promote a little bit my video and give me a bit more motivations to create all this video. So yeah, I really hope that you enjoy it and see you in the next video.